two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Motion from the wideout. Lopez wants to fire. Oh, they're after him. Got his man to the left. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. Pass to 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gator.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Slips through the line. He's got it, Allen. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Lopez to pass. Looking to scramble. On the move, he fires. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Gives it on the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups, you can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He'll try the left side. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Quarterback part of their running game. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. 4th down in inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Calls his own number. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down. Go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Lopez wants to fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The official says no good. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
Lopez to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man, it's Wilson. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And the Tigers with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU right back to the line. secret what he needs here. On target. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Lopez wants to fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. Strong, firm tackle. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Staley. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four-down territory. The offense still on the field. Going over the top. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Texas Tech is getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 14 to Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Complete to start this drive. Breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. The give out of the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Looking for the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
On the direct snap, it's Berry. And he'll finish the run, and
They pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lopez to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets rid of it. With the catch, it's Brown. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
He'll pull it down and run. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, for go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Quick completion on the out. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on down. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Nelson. Punts it out of the air. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Berry. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Handoff to the lone back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They're going to ride this running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the option. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On the run, it's Daniels. Got the first down and more. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Lopez wants to fire. He's moving out of the pocket. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Using the quick game. And
things right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage, found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Texas Tech is getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 24 to Syracuse. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
From the gun, give on the inside. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Sampson. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Toss to the outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Toss sweep to the right. He's in open space downfield. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
The crowd gets behind this defense. pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got enough for the first down. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's the handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Watkins. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The run from the shotgun. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Lopez to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Listen, everybody practices the 2-minute drill and trying to go fast, but it's really nice when the quarterback has his time to get his thoughts clear, understand down and distance, maybe audible at the line of scrimmage. He has that right now because he did a good job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, to a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab down the left side. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And some room to work. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now, so take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.